Philadelphia Eagles.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Vikings with Kirk Cousins leading the way. Cousins surprisingly efficient in his first season as a member of the Vikings. He hit on better than 70% of his passes, second only to Drew Brees, and was actually just the 6th ever NFL quarterback to finish a season above that 70% mark.
Mike 58 right there. I don't think you got it, sir.
On play action, Cousins. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. And the offensive starters for the Vikings.
And running back Dalvin Cook was drafted in 2017 to be the lead runner for the Vikings, and he should love what they're putting in for him in 2019. This is a run-first, run-heavy offense as dictated by their head coach. Dalvin Cook should get more than enough carries to threaten 1,000 yards rushing this season.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. To throw is Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So on fourth down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They begin with a run by Davis. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. A look there at how Davis did a week ago. 22 carries, 112 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
And shedding through the tackle. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he's got his target. That's more. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 91 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah. On the catch, it's 2nd and 8. For the Eagles, a look now at the starters on the defensive side of the ball. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's the conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
To throw again on 2nd down, Cousins. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here's Matt Weil now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Davis. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. That one good for 24 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Wentz now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now Davis. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Davis. Oh, Davis lost it. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. This is the former Nittany Lion, the rookie Miles Sanders. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Aguilar has it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. That's 2 really excellent drives for them to start this ballgame, both ending with touchdown passes.
In big picture, they look great, don't they? Like a well-oiled machine right now. But let's down focus a little bit and talk about the guy calling the signals and throwing the passes. He is playing with precision right now, scanning the field and making excellent throws.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. That time a 6-play drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into...
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. On 3rd down, Cousins. It's hauled in by Doxson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Got the completion, but it certainly wasn't on his time frame. Hurried on that play.
Absolutely. The pressure affected him. Unable to get it further downfield. Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. It's time for our player spotlight right now as we get a look at Carson Wentz. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
The protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues. A first down carry for Davis. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Wentz now to throw. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. First quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. Now Cook. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 19 carries, 98 yards, and a score.
And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Cousins to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Throwing is Cousins. And that's incomplete. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on third and goal here. Here's Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. Well, let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter. From the gun, a give to Davis. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. On play action, it's Wentz. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete.
Well, you got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in his first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage and make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. And out now come the Vikings. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll get this inside of Philly's 20 before being taken down. A big play there. Cousins to Thielen. 64 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Defense, let's go. Pick it up, G.
Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Cousins now. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Fletcher Cox has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This a 33-yard attempt. Bailey's kick is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Carson Wentz and the Eagles make their way out to the field. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis.
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
They'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the 2nd quarter. On 2nd down now. It's Davis. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Wentz to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a play fake. Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Go.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
We want it. Come to my world.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV. Called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
He's coming. Double up.
On the ground, it's Cook. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
First run for the backup of Doolin. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Now Cousins.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys. I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field.
And ball security has been a big issue. You see the numbers there. He's fumbled twice already.
And whenever we talk about ball security, it's not simply how you're holding the ball when you run it. It's all the other things that you do. Is it in the proper arm, meaning the sideline is protecting you? Are you dipping a shoulder to protect the ball as well? And obviously the 4 points of pressure to make sure it's tucked firmly against your body so people can't pop it out.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
To throw, it's Wentz. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Wentz now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. They will find Davis. That's complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. Here we go. Let's go. Great.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. On the run, it's Davis. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Following the interception, Cousins. He's got his man. This is Jackson. And he'll be out right at the 35. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Cousins now 9 of 17 through the air. From the gun, here's Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there, Cousins to Thielen, and even 50 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Completes it to Aguilar. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. To throw is Wentz, eluding the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Daniil Hunter and the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play. They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Malcolm Jenkins, the strong safety, swoops in for the sack. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Cousins. It's hauled in by Doxson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Josh Doxson as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From midfield, here's Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Wentz now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 and the 34. On play action, Wentz. Dancing to his left. It's caught by Davis. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a third down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he's got his target. That's more. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. They'll run with Sanders, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Once again with Sanders. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Cousins, and Diggs has it. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. On 3rd down, Cousins. It's brought in by Dodson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And an alley to run. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Abdullah.
trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's Madison running on first down. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try to throw now. Cousins ducks him with a grab over the middle. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Aguilar has it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On first down, Wentz escaping the pressure right. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Nelson Aguilar. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Adam Thielen, he gets set to go again with the rest of this offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
On the carry, it's Cook. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And they're going to go with a jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On second down, it's Cook. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Third and long for Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And that'll be incomplete. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 25. Past the 20. Oh, no, he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession. Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Cousins able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
And being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Working from the gun. Wentz flushed out right. Completes it to Davis. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 44. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Cousins to throw it. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Throwing is Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And a good effort on the return there gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. An update now, they've gone final in Jacksonville. And it was the Jaguars who were able to come away with a victory there. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Nick Foles, 3 touchdown passes to help lead the way. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Throwing now is Wentz. And on that last play, and down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Stephen Weatherly in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey. 4 down.
Cousins just going to take this one down to a knee and end it. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw, that tells everyone